स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः.
You are in there about avidya kalpita, mithya. What exactly is mean? When you say Jagat is mithya, what Shastra's meaning is the following. No karya can be independent of its karana. What is not independent of clay? Okay. And in the case of Jagat, Brahman is upadana karana. Therefore, if somebody thinks that Jagat is mithya, Jagat is different from Brahman, then what he is knowing is mithya. His knowledge is mithya. Mithya jnana. Just because he thinks it is different, it doesn't become different. Remember that. Therefore, there is no meaning in telling that this Jagat is mithya. The correct sentence is, what you are understanding Jagat, Jagat is mithya. You can say that. It is addressed to whom? It is addressed to the avidyavan, who has no knowledge of this. Okay? So, Bhashyakara makes it very clear. What? Agre avidya drishtinam adyashtina pratyabhasmana jagat brahmaiva. That is, avidya people, they are looking at the jagat, that is Brahman only. But abrahma pratyasava, he is getting the knowledge that it is abrahma. That knowledge is mithya pratyaya. What way? There is Rajju and he thinks it is Sarva. Okay? Therefore, in place of the rope, what you have to keep is Brahman, a Jagat with Brahman. In place of snake, he is thinking Jagat without Brahman. Okay? Because serpent is different from rope. No, Jagat without Brahman is different from the Jagat with Brahman. Is it clear? Therefore, in place of rope, you should keep Sabrahma Jagat. In place of Sarpa, Abrahma Jagat. I think it's clear? Okay. Now, this is so widespread, but it has started going, many people have started discussing, it will pick up a question of time. Okay. Now, there is another question. From my experience I have found that the question, people are very stubborn about it. Stubborn means they don't want to change. They have said it's impossible. Whatever you may say, you say even anything, but it's not so. They are not even prepared to discuss. Okay, there is such an issue. I really don't know why this issue is so strong. I really don't understand it. Okay. Now, I will describe it step by step, according to Bhashya, then you will understand. The question is this. What is avidya? As all of you have understood, tell me what is avidya? What exactly is avidya?
Wrong knowledge.
Wrong, no. wrong looking comes why?
Because one does not understand
Yeah.
the basis of very proper.
That's it. Avidya is not knowing.
Not
Adhyasa is wrongly knowing. Therefore, avidya is the reason for adhyasa. That is, ignorant is the reason for wrong knowledge. Is it right? Now, sometimes wrong knowledge also is included in the word avidya. Sometimes they do it. Because something like this, madness madness is also included as, so mad act is also called madness. Mad act is also called madness. Isn't it so? See, a subtle difference. Now, some child is throwing. Okay. There may be no reason, but still, you will be doing it. You don't say, it's only pranks. Okay. You don't say it is madness. But when a madman is throwing, you will say it is madness. There is a subtle difference, isn't it so? Now, suppose somebody is indiscriminately throwing stones, and you say, he is mad. Similarly here, Mithya Jnana is also included in avidya sometimes. Okay. That is why Bhashyakara says, you define avidya whatever you want. You say it is ignorance, or you say it is doubtful jnana, or say it is wrong jnana. Whatever you may say, all the three will go the moment you will get jnana. The moment I get jnana, samshaya will also not be there, ranga will also not be there. Are you telling this sentence? Yadi jnana bhava, yadi samshaya jnanam, yadi viparita jnanam va, uchyate ajnanaviti, sarvam hitat, jnanenaiva nivartate. Yadi jnana bhava, the absence of knowledge, you call that as ajnana. Samkhya jnana or mithya jnana. Sarvam hitat, all the three, jnanenaiva nivartate, the moment jnana comes out. Okay. Therefore, clearly Shankaracharya has told, even if you take avidya in an expansive definition, in an expanded definition, it can mean only jnana bhava, samshaya jnana, and mithya jnana. Nothing beyond that. Is it all right? Now, we have seen that it is because of adhyasa we have got into a mess. I think it's clear. Not knowing avidya, jnana bhava itself is not responsible for all of the nuisance. It is mithya jnana. Suppose somebody doesn't know, 19 times 4 is 76. Okay. He will not suffer because of that. Suppose he is a bank manager, cashier, and 19 times 4, he told it is 106. Okay. And also gave the money. Then he will get into trouble. Is it right? Similarly, Shankaracharya says, adhyasa is not directly responsible. Responsible for what? See. So many jivas are there. Each jiva is uniquely different.
Avidya is not responsible.
Yes, that is jnana bhava is not responsible. See how it is. What is it? Jivas are all different. That is, there is Vaishamya. Vaishamya means difference. Lot of difference. Now, this difference is not due to avidya. Have you understood? He makes it very clear. Because the reason he says, suppose you say avidya is a reason for differences, how it is wrong? Because there is so much of difference in jivas. But avidya is not knowing. That is common for everybody. I think it's clear. Not knowing is common for everybody. Therefore, that cannot be the reason for difference among them. It's clear? See the sentence. Nacha avidya kevala vaishamyakari syat ekarupatvat nacha kevala avidya. Only just avidya, absence of knowledge. It is not vaishamyakari. It doesn't bring about differences. And what is the reason for difference? Ragadiklesha Vasanakshipta Karmapekshatu Vaishamyakari syat. That is, you do action with raga, dvesha, etc. Then you also do karma according to that. That will be the response. Okay? Therefore, in the first stage of sadhana, Shastra does not say, give up your vidya. That sentence has no meaning for a common man. Okay. What it says is, give up kama. Okay? It is because of kama there is so much of trouble for you. Okay. See? So, nanu avidyavan bahirmukhi bhuta pravartate. For every action, because avidyavan he is interested in doing everything. Therefore, pravritti is in him because of avidya. Okay. Shankaracharya. Sapi naiva pravartika vastu swarupa avaranatmaka hisa. What is avidya? It is, he doesn't know simply vastu. It is covered as far as he is concerned. He doesn't know it. That is only the not knowing is. No, that does not create something, pravritti. It doesn't create motivation in you. I don't know if it creates a motivation. I don't know a billion things. If each goes on motivating me, where should I go? Isn't it so? Therefore, what motivates is not ignorance. Anyhow, but it is responsible indirectly. Pravartakam tu pratipadyate, pravartaka bijatvam tu pratipadyate. Andhatyanga gartadi patana hetu. See, he makes it so clear. Even a very ordinary fellow cannot miss the meaning. There is a blind man. He can't see. Okay. No. Oh, it is not, blindness in itself is not doing any harm to him. What happens? But suppose he hears a sound and he thinks, oh, a mango fruit has fallen. Okay. Then he wants to take it. He goes there, and there is a pit in which he falls. Angattunuva gartadi patani hetu. For falling into the pit, it is remotely responsible, not directly. What exactly prompted it? Desire. Okay. Therefore, kim tat? Yat pravritti hetu. What is it that is motivating people? Means Esha Kama. What is really instigating, in fact motivating people to act, is desire. Okay. Therefore, Shastras go on telling, avoid desire, avoid Kama. Also, always remember, you must have a complete view of Vedanta. It doesn't say, I don't have Kama for everybody. It is only for the Mumukshu it says. Okay. Therefore, from all these things, what does it make it clear? Simply blindness itself is not responsible. Simply not knowing is not responsible. But it is action motivated by Kama that is responsible. Okay? Satyamapi avidyayam sukha dukkha moheshu guneshu bhujyamaneshu sangha yes sangha sapradhanam karanam janmana. Avidya is there, but apart from that, you are having adhyasa, guneshu, vidyamaneshu. That is, if it is sukha, I say I am happy. There is sukha in the mind. There is dukkha in the mind. I am dukhi. Therefore, he makes it clear in so many sentences that avidya is just absence of knowledge. It is not responsible for differences. Why? Because it is absence. And absence cannot be cause of anything. I think it's clear. Now, some people strongly believe that avidya is a positive existent entity. Are you following me? Avidya, as we have understood, it is the absence of knowledge. So it is something non-existent, it is only a word. For instance, I say, Pragabhava. What is Pragabhava? Before creation it was not there. This table was not there before it was spoken. But Dvamsa, after its destruction, it is not there. Now, that is also Abhava, this is also Abhava. If you look at them, is there any difference? With respect to this, there is some meaning for that. Suppose you take only Abhava, then there is a meaning in that. You can't distinguish one Abhava from another Abhava. See, what is the difference between the Abhava of Vyakarana Jnana and the Abhava of Sangita Jnana? There is nothing like comparison there. So you have to say, absence of Sangita Jnana only means that he does not know Sangita. Absence of Vyagana means he does not know Vyagana. Therefore, it is only with respect to its opposite that we can understand this. Similarly, when you say avidya, ajnana in Vedanta, what does it you mean? It is the abhava of my own atmajnana. Is it clear? In Vedanta, avidya or ajnana, these are synonyms terms. Avidya or ajnana, if you say, what exactly it means? It means only the absence of knowledge in me about myself. Okay? I think it's clear. Now see. Say absence of knowledge. Okay. But what about Mithya Jnana? Is it positive or just asat, not existing? How do you describe it? Have you understood my question? The ajnana is absence, therefore it is not an existing entity. It's only a word. Okay. Now, when you say mithya jnana, is it something not positive entity or is there something?
It is a positive.
It is a positive. Isn't it?
And harmful also.
Huh?